Hello to all my favorite fourth graders. How are y'all today? I hope you're good. Okay, buckle down. I hope you've got your book open. I hope you have a scratch sheet. And I hope you have your homework paper. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to review first. And I've already written this down, so it wouldn't take so long. 5, that is a whole number. I know you remember that. 2/5 is a proper fraction, and 13/5 is an improper. Do you see the difference? A proper fraction has a smaller numerator than the denominator. An improper has a larger numerator and a smaller denominator. Improper just doesn't look right here, does it? Improper is just not right. It's kind of like I told you before. It's improper to belch at the table. So it's improper. It's improper because our numerator is larger than our denominator. And today I'm going to show you how to fix these. And this is a 1 1/4 is a mixed number. And I know you remember that. Now, we're going to go on into lesson 104. And it's changing. Let me get my board right. It's changing improper fractions to whole or mixed numbers. Now, they show you in the book, like, that's improper. That's improper. Why is it improper, do you see? Because the numerators are larger than the denominators. Now, this is gonna, it's gonna look hard, but it's so easy, and it makes you feel very smart. So let's look at example 1. It says, write 13/5 as a mixed number. So how in the world do I do that? It's so easy. When you have an improper fraction, you divide the denominator into the numerator. So we know 5 won't go into 1, but 5 will go into 13 how many times? Yep, 2. 5 times 2 is 10. Subtract. There's nothing else to bring down. You say, well, Miss Shram, it's 2 remainder 3. Well, let me show you how to do this as a fraction. Instead of putting a remainder down, this means you have 2 wholes. This right here means 3 is our numerator. This is our remainder. Your denominator stays your denominator. So, we found out that 13/5 is the same thing as 2 3/5. And it is never okay to leave an improper fraction improper unless the instructions tell you to. You can't do it. It will be wrong, especially in higher math. You've got to change your improper to a proper fraction or a mixed number, and that is exactly what we did. Now, if you look at on example 1, let me see if I can pull this over instead of drawing it out. Save some time. You see example 1 right here. Oops, I'm trying. I'm sorry. Ooh, kind of makes me yucky feeling when I do that. All right. Do you see that? I know it's crooked. Let me see if I can straighten it up at least. No, I'm not making it worse. All right. There we go. I'm going to leave it there. Do you see this is 13/5? Well, how do we know that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have 5/5 here. 5/5 here. And 3 out of 5 here, so that's 3/5. Do you see that? So, what is our denominator? 5. Because why? Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Each circle has 5 pieces. Right? Now for the numerator, we count the blue pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we have 13/5. But then we cannot leave it 13/5. And we divided it and we got 2 3/5. Now, let's look at example 2. Example 2. Write 10/3. That's real big, isn't it? I'll leave it for now. Write 10/3 as a mixed number. How do we do that? Remember? we divide our denominator into our numerator. Our denominator into our numerator. We know that 3 will go into 10 3 times. 3 times 3 is 9. You have 3 remainder 1. And instead of leaving it 3 remainder 1, I used to tell the kids way back when I used to teach them that this 1 remainder gets on the elevator and rides all the way to the top. And our denominator always stays the same. And that's your answer, 3 1/3. So 10 thirds equals 3 1/3. It's the same thing. If you look at the pictures there on example 2, I'm sorry guys, I'm not doing a good job with this. I think if I spread it out, it'll help. Yeah. 10 thirds equals 3 1/3. We cannot leave an improper fraction improper. We have to change it to a mixed number or to a proper fraction. And if you look at the bottom of example 2, it shows you that you have 10 thirds. All right, turn the page and let's look at 12 fourths. How do we change an improper to a proper? What do? We divide the denominator into the numerator. And we know it goes 3 times. You say, oh no, I don't have a remainder. That's fine. Because what you have done, you have made your improper fraction a whole number. So 12 fourths equals to 3. And if you will see right here in your book, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 pieces. And they're all cut up in how many fours? Yes, we got 12 fours. We have 1, 2, 3 holes. Is this not the easiest thing you've ever done? Yeah, and it makes you feel so smart. Now, I want you to get your scratch paper. If you don't have any, I want you to pause it and get it, okay? And we're going to do the lesson practice, all right? So we're going to start out with 7 halves, improper fraction. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? You remember? We divide the denominator into the numerator. So 2 will go into 7. How many times? Do it yourself. Go on and work it out. Okay, if you said 3, you're correct. 2 times 3 is 6. If you got 3 remainder 1, you're correct, but you've got to write it as a mixed number. You can't just say 3 remainder 1 because that's not correct. It's 3 1. Your denominator always remains the same. So you've got 7 halves equals 3 1/2. It's not too hard, is it? Okay, let's go on and let's do B. I'm sorry, guys. I'm crooked today as I can be. 12 thirds. This one's an easy one. Because 3 times what is 12? But you put 4 because you're correct. 3 times 4 is, it's a whole number. So 12 thirds equals 4. Okay, let's look at C. 8 thirds. We have 8 over 3. Now go on and write it down. Now solve it. Okay. Denominator into the numerator. Three times 2 is 6. Subtract, you get 2. 2 remainder 2. We're not finished, are we? This 2 gets on the elevator, rises to the top floor. Your denominator remains the denominator. So 8 thirds equals 2 2/3. Okay, D is another easy one. 15 fifths. I want to write it down, write your answer down because I know you know this. How many times will 5 go into 15? Yeah, you're right. The answer is 3. So 5/15 is equal to the whole number 3. Now I'm going to have some different practices next week on all of our fractions. Now on your quiz that I gave you today, I have chosen problems from 104 to quiz you on. Now look, you got to pay attention. It doesn't go in order. It's not evens or odds. It's just certain problems I have picked out. So what I would like for you to do is I would like for you to get those problems, work them out on your homework page, whatever you're working out, whatever they are, work them out. When you get finished, go pull up the Google form, and if your answer for 1 is 4, you're going to pick 4. Number 3, if you got 26, number 7, if you got 3 2/3, you would find it's multiple choice. So if your answer is not one of the answers, guess what? Yes, you're incorrect. Go back and rework it. Because if you don't have a choice, and that means you're incorrect. This is a quiz grade, so be careful. There is one of the problems we had today, but how do you change an improper fraction into a whole number, mixed number? Or how do you do that? Yeah, you divide your denominator into your numerator. And if you need to write that down, you can. So I'm going to go 5 into 13. 5 times 2 is 10. Subtract. 2 and 3, our denominator always stays the same. So that's my final answer. So on my quiz, I would go and look for 2 3/5. And if it wasn't on there, I know I was incorrect. If you by chance took the test, I posted it, I did not mean to, on Wednesday. It was an accident. I did not schedule it correctly. So it posted early. I think 7, 8 of you took it. If it does not let you retake the quiz, send me an email and I can email you the quiz. And it will take care of that problem and we will let you retake it. All right, if you have any problems, any questions, please reach out to me, because if I have to make an email and just send it to you or give you some extra practice pages and work through them with you, I will, because I want us all to succeed. And this is one of those skills that we did today that you're going to be using the rest of your life. So go work hard, check your work, and love you, and good day.